52 through and 53. So a dowry, over there you see women wearing a headgear with all these coins and waist and bracelets with gold coins on them. That's their dowry. So that if they're told to leave, then they have money to live on. And so this is the way the Spirit gives to the children of God. We have to uh, we have the earnest, the guarantee of the Spirit when we come to Christ, being justified by faith. We have a peace with God. We have access. We have joy. We have hope, and we have the Holy Spirit. See Romans chapter 5, verses 1 through 5. These are the wonderful things that have been made over uh, to the believer today. And so, as we look at verse 53, Chuck Smith adds to it, as soon as we commit our lives to Christ, the Holy Spirit gives us gifts of joy, peace, and power. That's why if you heard my prayer at church tonight, I was praying. I prayed about what I learned as I studied for this last night. It's very interesting that uh, this concept. The fruits of the Spirit are given to us, and that is and power is given to us. That's kind of our dowry. That's how we know that we are His and He is ours, is because He indwells in us, and we know that He indwells in us because we exhibit the fruits of the Spirit. I can't do this without Jesus. I can't read this without Jesus. I read on an eighth grade level, and you can tell it sometimes whenever my mind starts wandering and the Spirit's not with me, and I have trouble with words. But by and large, it's amazing how well that I can read these scriptures. Uncle Cecil the same way. He actually claims he can't read at all, and the only thing he can read is the Bible. And so we God empowers us to be able to do the things that we can do. My speaking voice, I'm normally an introvert, a shy individual, but He gives me the ability to talk to people and to know how to talk to people and to have insight, like I was talking about earlier, how important it is to not eat and drink before you go to somebody's house, or if you're ministering, or that sort of thing, giving you insight into those things so that um, you can have the some abilities, that you lead the door open. Verse 54, it says, and they did eat and drink, and he and the men that were with him, and tarried all night. And they arose up in the morning, and he said, send me away unto my master. And her brother and her mother said, let the damsel abide with us for a few days, at least 10. After that, she'll go. Genesis chapter 24, verses 54 and 55. Laban is bargaining here. A few days, 10. The very next morning, this servant says, I want to be on my way. I'll tell you, this is big business for him. And the brother says, uh, what's your hurry? Give us at least 10 days to tell her goodbye. After all, uh, we had better talk this over with her. In fact, um, he probably could have evoked a mourning period as well, because they won't see her again, prob- probably. Verse 56 as says, and he said unto them, hinder me not, seeing the Lord hath prospered my way. Send me away, that I may go to my master. And they said, we will call the damsel and inquire of her mouth. Genesis chapter 24, verses 56 and 57. We have come to this very important part that I think is quite wonderful. Don't miss this. And so now that concludes that section.